On Kenyan streets in recent weeks, youthful protesters have taken up a rallying cry. Ruto one term or Ruto one term.
I am very proud of our young people.
That may be unsettling for Kenya's embattled President William Ruto. With the faint drumbeat of a 2027 election growing louder, analysts say Ruto needs to win over a younger, better educated population. But many of that generation are disillusioned.
Today is a day for us youths, revolution. We are fighting for the rights of the fellow youths.
So-called Gen Z protesters are the product of free schooling introduced 2 decades ago. They have no recollection of authoritarian rule, with many not yet born when Kenya introduced multi-party elections in 1992. With up to 800,000 young people entering the job market each year, Gen Z are more educated than their elders, but are also more likely to be unemployed, according to a report by polling company Afrobarometer.
We will camp here until dusk. The most important thing is that we protest, and protest peacefully.
Help me, God.
As for Ruto, he came to power 3 years ago, promising to boost jobs, protect the poor, and end police brutality. But more than halfway through his term, he faces mounting anger over high living costs, corruption, and police brutality. Protests that began in 2024, initially against proposed tax hikes, have often turned deadly. Most recently, a government-funded rights group said 31 people were killed in nationwide protests on July 7th. Police put the figure at 11 and did not elaborate on who was responsible. They had fired to disperse protesters after deploying tear gas and water cannon.
It was terrorism disguised as dissent.
Ruto's interior minister has described protests in June as a coup attempt by what he called criminal anarchists. Mukahid Dumaz, senior Africa analyst at risk intelligence firm Verisk Maplecroft, said persistent economic hardships and widespread allegations of police violence pose serious challenges to any ambitions Ruto may have for securing re-election. The government's hardline response has also rattled investors in East Africa's largest economy. Business expectations fell to their second lowest level on record in May, according to a survey by Stanbic Bank Kenya. However, protesters are left with few options in the short term. Ruto's large parliamentary majority ensures he won't be unseated prematurely. He also faces a weak and fractured opposition, which is yet to find a standard-bearer for the next election. Ruto will hope increased social spending and programs aimed at tackling youth unemployment will bolster his appeal, according to global consultancy Control Risks. That's in addition to positive economic prospects and a decline in inflation. However, political commentator Jabez Bigambo said that might not be enough for young people who perceive the government as blind, deaf and dumb, and that Ruto could still yet be destined for a one-term presidency.